Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we're going to take on Dare to Defy 7, and I've done a few attempts on this, pretty unsuccessful. I do have the main Shinryu run done, so what I did for that, and I got the full rewards, I did Cloud of Darkness, Sherlotta, and Cam. And even that was kind of tough, to be honest. Like, the thing is my Cloud of Darkness isn't green, so it makes this a lot more difficult because I can't just like have Cloud of Darkness's counters up a lot, and when I get the BT effect up, it's only 5 turns instead of 8. So like, I've been saying this, I've been kind of screaming this at people like in the comments and like in my character guides, like if you go for Cloud of Darkness, like you really want to full invest them because it's very tough if you don't have the green, right? And I'm gonna try to do this without the green. Now, what I'm gonna do on this version, what I'm finding is in this run. I'm running out of juice. Like I go through 2 Cloud of Darkness force times, and it's just not nearly enough. Like I still have like an extra 20% I have to burn on the enemies, and I basically peter out and I can't get it done. So I need to have multiple force times, and the problem with Dare to Defy 7 is, I've used at least a force character on every Dare to Defy, right? So my options are pretty limited. So coming into this fight, it's like, I've got Cloud of Darkness, which I want to use because they're like featured for the boss. But then I have like Cryo and Braska, and like their force times are so weak that like it's still not enough, and they're not like doing what I need for the party. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm basically gonna pull in. I'm gonna pull in Sherlotta. I used Sherlotta on Dare to Defy 6, but I think I can very easily beat that one without Sherlotta. So I'm hoping a Sherlotta force time, in addition to Cloud of Darkness force times, will be enough to get me through. And actually, Dare to Defy 6 is the Reno one. And I used Reno, Sherlotta, and Edge on there. And actually, I'm really excited to swap out Sherlotta for Shadow, because Shadow gets counters when he dodges. And Edge is going to make everybody dodge. So I think that's actually going to be a really fun run. So I'm kind of excited to do that. So I hope I can get it done here with Sherlotta. If I have time, I might record that run with Shadow as well. I think that could be really fun. So let's just hop in and see how this goes. Yep, that's fine. We'll have to redo Dare to Defy 6 if I get this. But just with what I have in my box, it's just really hard right now. And I don't, like, all my counter tanks are used up. Like, I've used up a lot. So lockouts, this is where it's, like, challenging, right? Like, you have to redo some fights. I don't mind it. It's fine. Don't mind it at all. And this fight actually was a little bit tougher than what I was expecting. So here's my plan. I think what I'm going to do here is, so a Cloud of Darkness, you want to start with Toying Appendages. That's going to give me 3 stacks of my Darkness buff. And then I can just use the 15 and get my buff, my stacks up to 5. So that's a typical start for Cloud of Darkness right there. If you got both enemies unbroken like that, that's a pretty good way to start. So what I think I'm going to do for this is Cloud of Darkness's force is, let's start with the red card, I think. Cloud of Darkness's force, what it does is it'll literally just flat out cancel the enemy's force time. So I'd like to use that after the enemies get their force time. So what I think I'm going to do here is I think I kind of want to rush into a Sherlotta force time and get one of Sherlotta's force times done like before the enemies get very high on theirs. Now I do need to get, I think I want to get at least one Sherlotta LD in, and I do want to get Sherlotta's burst. So like what I'll do is I'm going to do Light of the Crystal up to maybe the EX and get the free EX just to give us like 50% charge. That's typically about where we get here. And then what I'll do is I'll probably pop so I'll do this. And I think I'm going to pop a Sherlotta LD just to give me a few Chuck Staffs. And then I also want to get Sherlotta's BT effect before we like go into Sherlotta's force time, I think is what I want to do. So let's do a Crystal Ray. That looks good. Yeah, let's do that. Give us some Chuck Staffs here. And I'm debating, like, I could do Sherlotta's burst, but I think I want Cloud of Darkness's burst for the follow-ups during their own force, I think is what I want to do. Now, these enemies are really nasty, so I pretty much want them Freeze Jokered right away. They're nasty. Like, they'll just kill you. Alright, so we got a 0 form up, so sure, let's go ahead and do that. Okay. And then I want to get Sherlotta's BT effect here. So, and then what we'll do is we'll charge the rest of the way after that. So let's go ahead and get the BT effect up. Okay. I hope I get it done in this run, guys. This fight's been kind of annoying. I would say still, though, like, obviously the DE10 fight, the one where Tidus came out, that one's probably the hardest, and then Odin, like, in my mind, that's what I'm thinking were the hardest ones. Those ones were really nasty. So I'm definitely not, like, redoing any characters from those fights. So those characters are locked in. They're going to be there. I could, yeah, let's dive bomb, because I do want, having rainbow numbers for the force time would be good. Although Sherlotta's going to burn through some of her buff, because I'm going to do a little bit of charging. Actually, I'm pretty close, though. Yeah, I got the big HP down there. I did bring a Lena call. I should have probably used that, but that's okay. Like, it's fine. Like, as long as I got the enemies frozen, they're not going to HP damage us anyway, so that buff really won't matter. Or that debuff won't really matter. Okay, what do we want to do with you? Let's see, we're at 0 stacks. Yeah, let's just do, I think the 15 here looks good. And then actually, yeah, let's do the EX. I was going to say I could have done the LD there, but I don't need to, like, yeah, go that crazy this early. Alright, so now we got Sherlotta. So Sherlotta's about there. We do have an LD. We've got the BT effect. Alright, perfect. And we got a Chuck Staff. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let's light up the crystal. That should get us into force time. Perfect. Alright. So the reason why I like using Sherlotta's early here is, like I said, you really want Cloud of Darkness to block out the enemy's force, because their force is nasty. So I'd rather just kind of go very early here and get Sherlotta's going. Okay, I do want Sherlotta's AA up as well. Alright, now let's go ahead. And Sherlotta's force is very easy to activate with every party member, because any transformed HP attack will work, even if it's just an HP plus. It doesn't even have to have a different name. So all my characters have at bear. I want to say every character in the game basically has at least an HP plus. So it's like literally a force you can activate with any character. So let's just see how much we can burst them down here. The other thing that makes these enemies nasty is that they get that yellow aura twice, where you have to delay them. So you have to have that somewhere in your kit. There are calls you can bring, like Quistis Call or Cloud of Darkness Call, if they're not in the party, right? Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do HP double plus here, because I want to push the gauge up. So we're just doing HP pluses here, pretty much. So actually, toying appendages here would be good, because we're going to get... Well, we're at 4 stacks anyway, so let's do the HP attack. So let's do that. The reason why this fight's so hard, it's hard to, like, really optimize. Like, this isn't going to be a Sherlotta optimized force here, right? As much as I would love to delay right now, we're going to keep the transformed HP attacks coming to really keep pushing that gauge up. And then Sherlotta's gonna do the big damage with the Chuck Staffs here. They still have freeze debuff on, which is good, so let's Chuck. Okay, there we go, and then we get 65 on those because of the C sphere that we have. See, the scissor grab, it's like an auto death. But because we have the if we didn't have the freeze debuff, we would have been dead there. So if you're not bringing a tank, you got to freeze them down or something, right? Or paralyze. All right, so let's Uncanny Beam again. I know I got my 5 stacks. It'd be really nice, but I don't know. Should I push him back? No, let's keep pushing the force gauge up. Let's keep pushing the HP. We got to go for the big damage here. Okay, once I get them down to 80, they're going to do their thing. Yeah, just HP plus again. I'm going to have to freeze those soon, otherwise I'm going to be in trouble if I don't refreeze. So, okay, each enemy's got 1 more turn of freeze, so they can take another full turn and we're fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I actually kind of don't want to steal a turn here with Cloud of Darkness. So let's just do Uncanny Beam again on the enemy that was already broken, because I didn't want to steal a turn there. Sherlotta can chuck into this guy and break. That's fine. Yeah, let's chuck. Alright, so this will be the last turn of freeze. So Setzer's going to have to refreeze here. I guess not necessarily. Oh, wow, look at all the debuffs on Setzer. Because I did try some runs with Lena, and Lena's great here. But it's like I need the extra force, right? But yeah, all the debuffs, Setzer's just getting janked on here. Yeah, I've got to refreeze. I mean, actually, I don't have to refreeze. Let's not. I'm trying to think of who's got... Because I have Raijin Call on somebody. Yeah, let's freeze, I guess, sure. That was good damage. That was good damage. It was like almost 3 mil. Alright, so we have to delay here. So... I don't want to use the zero form there, though. I kind of have to, though. I have to delay, like, ASAP. I guess zero form's what I got to do here. That's unfortunate, because it's going to be, like, no damage. I guess I could have just blasted the other enemy, because, yeah, that was, like, the highest of my force. That's fine. I mean, we got him bursted down a little bit, right? So that's, like, the 20% I'm looking for, at least. Now I'm going to try to do, like, 2 Cloud of Darkness force times to cancel theirs out. So I'm just going to kind of take it slow now. I mean, I can use Sherlotta to kind of balance and keep our force gauge at least even with the enemies. But basically, I want it to be to the point where basically I'm getting my force right as they're getting theirs. And I want to cancel it out. Let's do with Sherlotta. Let's do a crystal generation. Okay. Alright, so we've got the freeze on right now. Let's EX. Now we're going to start delaying like crazy. I want to try to like not let them burn through this freeze very quickly, so I want to push them back as much as possible now. Now would have been a great time to have a... Let's do an LD. This is a good spot for an LD, I feel like. Let's LD here. We haven't done it yet. Make sure we reset all of Cloud of Darkness's buffs. That's a good spot, because now I can zero form the B. Actually, no, I'm not going to zero form the B, because they're in yellow aura. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to anti-air, because that's a weaker attack. Because we're getting no damage out of it, but we got to get rid of that yellow aura. We can brave attack through this, because we can't damage them. Alright, so we got the first yellow aura done, so that's good. It's nice to have that out of the way. Now we can just kind of go to town here. Okay, our gauge is actually pretty even with them, so I really don't even think I have to, like... Yeah, I don't really have to push damage that crazy. Let's go ahead and, I guess, chuck a staff. And then Sherlotta's next turn, I might just LD, because I think our force gauge is going to keep up with them. I can do one of her, you know, charging attacks if I need to, but we'll be fine. Enemies are still at 3, which is good. We got a lot of uses of red cards, so let's start burning through those. Yeah, red card's solid, man. 800k damage there. Very nice. Alright, now we got zero form, so let's pop this guy. Let's push him back. Use our delay strategy. Yeah, I do feel like Sherlotta, I maybe want to pop one charge here. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop one charge. And that should be fine. That should keep us at a good spot here. Yep. Oh, I guess, yeah, we can do the EXs free, and that's going to charge as well. So, yeah, we're going to get to our force before the enemies, which is good. I'm going to wait for the enemy's force to activate. They're going to do a delay, but they're going to be frozen. And then the goal is I'm going to go into Cloud of Darkness force at that point. What I'm going to do is I think for this first force, I'm just going to do it normal, and then I'm going to save the... Cloud of Darkness, because what I want to do is I want to go through Cloud of Darkness's actual burst attack. I'm trying to think, actually. I could do a speed tactic where maybe I burst during this force time, like at the tail end of it. And then I would have to, like, then I could do Sherlotta to rush into another one right away and then have the burst effect up during the second force. That could be tempting, actually. I'll have to think about that. How many... I mean, I've got 4 Light of the Crystals. I possibly could, like, charge into a second one right away. I might try that. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling after the first force. But I'm going to not burst right away here. Alright, let's do the LD. I think I said I was going to do that. Let's get that on. We need to chuck some more staff here. And then if I go through both the Cloud of Darkness's force times and they're still not dead, I do have another Sherlotta force I can use. It just depends on where we're at. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's EX here. I think on Setzer's next turn, if he gets a turn before I have to activate my force, I think I will do another LD with him to get rainbow numbers. Okay, Cloud of Darkness is up. We have it, but the enemies aren't there yet. So what I might actually do here is I might actually use the AA and like steal a turn here. Yeah, and then what I can do is I can just do an attack and break them. Then the enemies are going to steal a turn. And then I'll be able to... Yeah, let's do that. So let's do that, and then let's go ahead and do this. This should give Cloud of Darkness a free turn, and then the enemy's force will trigger. Yep, and they'll do their little delay. And then I can just do my force, and I'll just cancel theirs out. Yes, let's go into that. And then we just need to make sure we are delaying as much as possible. So Setzer's going to be red carding every time. Cloud of Darkness is going to try to do a delay attack as much as possible here. And then this should cancel them out. Yep, and then it just goes down to 0. They lose all their turns, everything. That's really good, right? Okay, so now not much I can really do here with Sherlotta other than just chuck. So let's chuck. Okay, they're going to be frozen here, but they get a turn. Boy, they just really like targeting Setzer. Like, Setzer's their boy. Alright, let's red card here. The more we can delay, the more we're going to push the gauge, right? Yeah, 60%. Oh, why is Sherlotta getting so many turns? This is annoying right now. Sherlotta cannot delay. Alright, now we're going to get a big delay here. I wish I could do an AoE delay, but let's zero form here, because that should give us a break-free turn. Yep, 58. And then we can EX to get another delay. So let's get another delay there, push the gauge up even more. Okay, I'm feeling okay about this fight. I think this team might work, might get it done, right? Red card, yes. Freeze debuff is hanging in there. We're at 3 and 2. That's the thing, you combo with the delay, those freeze debuffs will really last a long time. Yeah, I guess we're going to chuck again, huh? We'll chuck again, and then if Sherlotta gets another turn, we'll do an LD. Yeah, only 10% on that. Ooh, someone else taking the debuff. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we definitely want to leave the broken target for Cloud of Darkness, so let's red card this guy over here. Alright, so this is going to be like the main damage here. We get 2 attacks. I guess we have to wide angle here, don't we? Yeah, because we want to get the delay, so let's wide angle. It's a bummer, I'm wasting all my stacks, but I want to get the buff there. And then maybe should we end with an LD for big damage? I've got 3 of them left. Yeah, let's LD here. And we're going to get a launch on it too. Yeah, let's do that. So what I might do for the next force is I might actually just open with Cloud of Darkness's burst phase. Go through, because it's a shorter burst phase because it's not green. And then when I come out, I would have some follow-ups coming out at the end for like to push bigger damage. That's maybe what we have to do. But look at that. We've done 2 force times and they're only at like 50%. So like, it's crazy. Even with Cam, it was hard to optimize because they get that yellow aura in the middle of your combo. And so I had to use Cam for the Great Wheel because Great Wheel was delaying, right? Alright, so yeah, let's do this. I mean, we got the enemies pushed back. Like, really, I can handle, like, the enemy mechanics. It's just about pushing enough damage through, right? Because, like, you can kind of delay them out. And once again, the Freeze Joker is lasting, like, forever, right? The nice thing with Sherlotta as a charger, too, is in the EX, you have a charging move that is, like, infinite. So as long as you get it charged up, you're getting these free charging moves, right, to push our gauge up. Which is really nice. Now, the question is... I don't know, do I want to really quickly get into one? What I could do, actually, is since the enemies are pretty low, I could just rush and do a second Sherlotta force here. Let's do that. Let's rush into a Sherlotta force. And then what we can do is, when the enemies get back up to 100 again, hopefully we'll be ready for a Cloud of Darkness. I want to save some Light of the Crystals. I don't know if I want to burn through all of these. I mean, maybe I do. If I do one more, I think I might get to an EX. Let's see if I can get to another EX. Okay, yeah, we got another EX. So let's do that combo, and I'll save one Light of the Crystal in case I need to push the gauge just a little bit to get to Cloud of Darkness's next one. But yeah, I think I do want to go for a Sherlotta here is what I want to do. And I want to try to save the summon, because if I get to where like I can't put a debuff on the enemies, I gotta have some way to stall them out. Otherwise they'll just instant kill me, right? Okay. I think this might be a good spot for an LD, because we're going to want some staffs to chuck during this force time. Okay, and then we're definitely going to get some breaks here. Alright, so let's do Zero Form on the B enemy, I think. There we go. Okay, and then let's anti-air this one. That should give me 3 stacks of darkness. Yep, very nice. Alright, we probably are due for an LD, actually. Yeah, let's LD here, because it looks like Sherlotta's. Let's do his AA, too. So let's get an AA on. Let's do an LD. Get some rainbow numbers back. Alright, and then let's go into another Sherlotta force here. I think this is pretty good. Let's get... We got some chucks, we've got that. Okay, so let's do the AA and hope that's enough. Like, we're just short of it, but let's do the AA and see if that gets us there. Oh, not quite, huh? I really don't want to... I kind of don't want to use my Light of the Crystal. I might... I don't know if another AA is going to get me there. I mean, I could just go another turn, right? Let's just crystal... Yeah, let's just Crystal Generation. We'll just do another wraparound and get to Sherlotta again. That's fine. Alright. So we definitely want to get a break off here. So let's go ahead and let's do the 15. Take the extra turn. Yeah, Zero Form here looks good. Okay, we'll take some launch damage. That's fine. Sherlotta will Brave Attack, actually. Look at the battery Sherlotta did on that, too. That's so nice. Alright, so now I gotta make sure I don't putz around too long. We gotta get this force time done quick. Sure, let's do the EX here. Alright, now we gotta get into Sherlotta's force quickly here. So let's go. Oh, good. Now I'll have an EX ready. Okay, this is good. I'm glad I took the slower route. I mean, I could do Sherlotta's burst time. I mean, would I get more damage out of a Sherlotta burst? Because what is my Chuck Staffs at? My Chuck Staff is at 3. I don't know. Maybe I would do just more damage with the Sherlotta burst. And not do the follow-ups with Cloud of Darkness? Well, let's use this either way. Because I could just chuck and chuck and chuck and chuck, and I'm going to get pretty good buffs on that. I'm going to get like 60%. And she is going to do more damage than Cloud of Darkness. But Cloud of Darkness's burst, I get so much delay out of it, which is really nice. This is actually kind of a tough choice. We'll see what it's looking like when I actually get there. Let's do this. Oh, shoot. I was supposed to do a transformed HP attack. What am I doing? I mean, I kind of want a red card here, but yeah, we got an HP plus here. Okay, they still have... Alright, they each have 1 turn of freeze. Okay. I don't know. I kind of want a Sherlotta burst here, because I'm going to get her burst effect up again, too. Let's do it, I think. I think I kind of want to do it. Let's do it. Because her burst attack at the, like, near the end of this force is going to do a lot of damage, too. So, what I'm going to do is, yeah, let's just start chucking staff right away, get the gauge up. The only thing I have to, and I think I'm going to be fine where they're, because that's the thing, if I get to their yellow aura, I guess that's the bad part, right? Because I have no way to delay with Sherlotta here, if I get to their yellow aura. That's the bad part. I think I'm going to be okay, though. Yeah, that's why this fight's kind of wonky, right? That kind of messes with you a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and LD here, get some more Chuck Staffs. And then my hope is I can just get to one more Cloud of Darkness burst to basically finish them off. If I have them like around that 20% mark, I think we'll be good. Yeah, let's chuck again. Do I want to chuck again? Or I kind of want to do the force attack again, but chucking's going to do a higher percentage. Yeah, let's do the force attack. Okay. Now we're going to get the big burst attack here. And then Cloud of Darkness is going to get the final blow. If I have a zero form up, that would be good, because that would be really good damage. We'll see what Cloud of Darkness has kind of ready to go here. Alright, so 15 mil, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I didn't even get him close to the threshold, but... Alright. Now we got to push towards a Cloud of Darkness, basically forced by the time they get to their next one, right? We do not have a zero form ready. What, we're at 2 stacks right now. So what I can do, actually, if I'm at 2 stacks, I can do Toying Appendages. That'll get me to 5 stacks. And then I can zero form. And then I'm going to have to ready up another freeze debuff. Let's zero form this guy right here. Alright. Setzer, what do we want to do with you? Red card? Push back at a launch? Yeah, that sounds good to me. Do that. Alright, now Sherlotta, we got to do some charging because the enemies are getting dangerously close. Now, I do have a couple of fail safes here. I do have a summon phase I can do if I need to, because the enemies are going to push really quick here. So let's EX. Let's hope we can push some force charging really quick here. Okay, and then let's use my last light of the crystal. Okay. What did I bring for you? Okay, you've got Windrake's Ward. I might actually need it soonish. Let's get the Windrake's Ward up, I guess. Okay. And then I guess we'll crystal generation here. Alright, the enemies are getting close. So what I think I'm going to do here, I know I've got 1 turn of freeze, but if they go into force time and delay, they could get multiple turns. So what I think I might do is I might use my Raijin here. Let's put Raijin here, because I want to save the summon if at all possible. Okay, so we got 2 turns of Raijin. Okay, now that we're at 0 turns, this is actually a pretty good spot to LD, I think. Or we got 0 darkness stacks, right? Okay, extra turn from break. Let's go ahead and zero form the B. Yeah, the enemies are going to pop theirs, but we should still be okay. We got the 2 turns of Raijin. I can pop the summon if I need to. The enemies are going to pop right after this. I'm not going to freeze Joker. I could dive bomb. Let's just do the EX. Make sure, well, we're already batteried up, but we'll just do it for good damage. Okay, here's the force, so Yep. All right. So the A enemy's going to get a turn, but they're going to get frozen out, Rygened out, all that stuff. We have the Windrake's Ward, so this should be no debuffs. That's good. Yeah, see, now the enemies are taking like 500 turns. This is clutch. This EX here is clutch. This is going to get us fully charged up to where we need to go. All right, and then we're ready to hop into another Cloud of Darkness Force to cancel the enemies out. I think I'm going to Crystal Generation. I'm going to save the Chuck Staff for the Force Gauge. Let me see. Let's go ahead and put this on. Okay. So you got the enemies down to... See, in 75 turns, we're at turn 50. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I struggle with turn count on this one, guys. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Alright, so now it's time to force. Yeah, the enemies just get, like, 500 million billion turns in a row. I think, like a dodge counter comp for this fight could actually be pretty interesting, though. With, like, just let the enemies take all the turns, like, don't push them back. And then just bring, like, a delay call for the yellow auras. Alright, so now I just gotta watch out for the yellow auras here. Alright. We need as much delay as possible. Zero form looks good here with some launching. Okay. Let me see, this is my last force time. So this is the problem I get into every time. I get through all my force times and they just have like enough health that I can't meet turn requirement. We got a red card here. I'm definitely not going to go unlock Cam because he's from the Odin fight. I don't want to redo that thing. Yeah, red card again. We're just going to keep red carding. Delay this guy here. Okay. We are pushing some pretty good damage here. Once again, I know this is seeming like really difficult for me, but if you have a green Cloud of Darkness, this is light and day different fight. It's like way easier. So those of you, if you have a green Cloud of Darkness, like, oh, this fight wasn't that bad. That's why, because having Cloud of Darkness green makes a big difference. Let's do this. And I want to get through this without, I don't want to put the materials on Cloud of Darkness. Like, I want a green Luna Freya, right? And I've only got enough to green one. And I don't, like, something I would tell all players is don't summon or, like, put materials into a unit just to get by one fight. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, because you're going to expend more doing that than you would, you know, than what the rewards are going to give you back, right? So, for example, let's say you can't beat the Shinryu. You're going to spend more resources summoning for Cloud of Darkness if you weren't going to summon for them than what the event's going to give you back in rewards, right? So it's never worth it to do that. I think this is a good spot. Let's chuck. That should be some pretty good damage, yep. Alright, so yep, we're getting to the yellow thresholds. This is good, actually. We're getting... This might actually be decent. Okay, we, for sure... Alright, we're going to wide angle here, because I got a delay, for sure. And at least we got damage on one of the enemies with the wide angle, so I'm actually okay with that. And I can wide angle again. This is actually good. I'm getting through both of their yellow auras really quick here. And we're going to have 2 more turns to hopefully just push some big damage through. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that Bahamut summon for if the enemies get to another force time, which they probably will. Alright, we need to go big damage here. I think I'm still going to red card, because it does do good damage to single target, and it's going to push the gauge. Yeah, 5 mil from that red card. Very good. And then Sherlotta, I'm guessing, is just going to chuck, right? Alright, so there we are. 8 and 13. I'm actually feeling okay. We got 15 turns to get it done. This is going to be close, you guys. So I'm going to Prismatic Flash. I'm going to freeze Joker on his next turn, because we definitely need to have that up. I do still have a summon phase, too. So I can't forget that that summon phase is going to give me some free turns. We might actually get this. Oh, this fight is, like, way harder than I was expecting. I am not going to lie. Let's definitely take some free turns here. Get some delay going. But I am out of force time usages, so let's hope we did enough here, guys. I feel like we did do enough here. I think we're going to be okay. So we did that. I'm going to, like, steal some turns here, I think. think I'm just going to steal some turns. Yep. Kind of want to do it again. I know the B enemy needed the delay more, but this is fine. I'm kind of going with the enemy that has more health right now. Alright, now we got them pretty even. Alright, we got to start delaying that B enemy, though, a bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, we're just pushing here, guys. I think we're going to get this. I do. Which, this is a relief, because this is, like, because I'm actually, like, really excited to go back and do Dare to Defy 6, because that other team comp I thought of, I think, is actually going to be really fun. And that one wasn't nearly as hard as this one. This one's actually pretty tough. This one might be the third hardest out of all of them. Like I said, I think DE10 and Odin were, like, harder. But this one might be number 3. You can let me know if you agree or disagree with that. Maybe you struggled with a different one. Excuse me, sorry, I had a big sneezer there. Alright, let's Crystal Generation. Dude, I'm saving this Bahamut till, like, the tippity end here. Like, I gotta be really safe on this. Yeah, Dive Bomb. Let's AA. Let's Dive Bomb. Which I might use Bahamut soon, because I'm feeling like, just, like, I'm getting very nervous about turn count. And I don't want to do it, like, if I can do it a little bit earlier. Let's... Is now the time to pop it? Probably not. Because I already have an EX. So let's pop this Zero form. Okay, I want to get one more Cloud of Darkness EX, and I'm going to pop Bahamut after that. I think. Crystal Generation. Actually, let's just do it now, maybe? No, let's take our time here. I mean, I know we've only got we only got like a few turns. I'm going to pop it now. I'm just worried about turn count, because even if we get it, like right at 75, it doesn't guarantee we're going to beat score. So, like, any amount of turns I can save here, I'm going to need. I do want to make sure I freeze Joker at some point, too. Just in case enemies get more turns here. But hopefully we'll just finish them off in this burst. That's what I'm really hoping here. Yeah, and we can just keep doing the anti-air particle beam. Push them back. We got rainbow numbers. Oh yeah, we have them both at 2%. Definitely, I'm just going to Crystal Generation. I don't want to steal free turns here. Oh, a couple things to worry about. We're fighting turn count. We're fighting the enemies. Yeah, Dive Bomb. We're just pushing all the damage out here now, as much as we can. Oh, we're close, guys. We are close. I wish I could get a break here and steal a turn so Sherlotta doesn't have to go. But yeah, we're going to keep delaying. Oh, we're close. I can almost taste it, you guys. Can almost taste it. Yeah, we've got like nothing else to use here, so we're just going to keep Crystal Generation. I know our Brave isn't great right now. Oh, we got one of them dead. Okay, one more. I think red card should do it. I'm going to red card. Ooh, really close. All right, this has to finish it here. And we're going to have in about 70 turns, it looks like. Wow, I'm like out of skill uses though. Like good skill uses. Please be enough. Okay. I was getting nervous there, guys. That was down to the wire, but definitely worth unlocking my Sherlotta for this, because this was giving me trouble, but let's hope we got score here. That's the only thing I'm nervous about, is if we got score. Okay, we did get score. We should have everything, right? Okay, we got it, guys. So there you go. There's my Dare to Defy 7. We'll get the party up on the screen. There's my Dare to Defy 7. Now, my Cloud of Darkness does have the Ultima weapon on, but her burst is just plus. It's not green. So that's the big thing here. But yeah, the Setzer's blued, the Sherlotta's full invest. This was a pretty tough run. So I'm going to see if I can't redo my DE or my Dare to Defy 6, and I might repost that one as well, because I think that run's going to be kind of fun. So anyways, guys, hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.